Hey guys, it's Sandro here, and today's video is what I personally believe are 5 of the best detailing products you could buy. And just before we get into the video, I have to say that putting this list together was mentally and painfully draining. And if I didn't realize it before, I do now fully appreciate just how many truly fantastic and amazing detailing products we are blessed to have. So starting with dozens and dozens of products on this list and trying to reduce it to 5 was an almost impossible task that I'm still battling over. The main question I asked myself in arriving at these final 5 was which products would I miss the most if they suddenly disappeared, and which offer something a little more unique and superior to the competition. So without further ado, let's get to it. Number 1, Shine Supply Wise Guy. What is it? The brand describes it as a powerful tire cleaner that's been designed to clean even the dirtiest of tires as easy as possible in a matter of seconds, stripping stubborn oils and debris, leaving your tires ready to be dressed. So let's start with the cons. Honestly, I've struggled to find any relevant negatives with Wise Guy. I guess you could say it is a strong chemical, can be a little irritable on the skin, and if you use it recklessly on hot wheels or in direct sunlight, it could lead to chemical etchings. But really, I don't know any capable wheel or tire cleaner that is any different in that respect. So let's get into the pros. First and foremost, I challenge anyone to find a more capable tire and even wheel arch cleaner on the market. It has to be said that Wise Guy is just unbelievably quick and effective at deep cleaning tires. It's just a class leader in this area, which I don't think is even debatable. Secondly, it still blows my mind that a chemical that is just so effective is still so safe. I've gone through gallons and gallons of Wise Guy over the years, and I'm yet to see it do any damage to wheels. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not capable of damage, it just means that for me, it's still been 100% safe. Thirdly, I know price can vary from country to country, but here locally, it's one of the cheapest car cleaning chemicals on the market, and what's more, it's also highly concentrated and dilutable, making it just amazing value. Fourthly, Wise Guy has this very unique, naturally foaming and clinging characteristic that lays down evenly straight out of the bottle with just a normal spray trigger. It has a long work time and beautiful lathering ability, basically meaning the user experience and chemistry has just been executed to a fine art. Lastly, Wise Guy is more than just an amazing tire cleaner. It can be diluted at certain ratios and used as a general all-purpose cleaner or degreaser for wheels, inner wheel wells, engine bays, door jambs, and even as a general traffic film remover, all of which I've used it with great success in the past. When it's hard to know how you could even improve on a product, you know it's something special, and Wise Guy is just one of the best detailing products ever created. Number 2, 303 Aerospace Protectant. What is it? The brand describes it as a trim protectant originally engineered for aerospace and aviation applications, providing superior UV protection for both interior and exterior rubber, vinyls, and plastic surfaces. And unlike protectants that leave greasy residues, 303 dries to a clear matte finish without that sticky, shiny, slick feeling. So what are the cons? Now, if you're someone who likes a little gloss, shine, and slickness in your car's interior or exterior trims, this probably isn't the dressing or protectant for you. It's also not the dressing that's going to take overly badly faded trims and dramatically restore them, though it will still certainly improve them. So then, what are the pros of 303 Aerospace Protectant? Basically, if you like a factory matte finish on your car's plastics, rubbers, and even vinyl and leathers, this is the dressing and protectant for you. And just to be clear, it still absolutely adds richness and saturation to the finish. It just does it without gloss and a more subtle impact. As someone who has used 303 extensively for many years, I can also attest to its ability to protect car dashes and other trims from UV damage, basically meaning its primary purpose as a trim protectant does in fact work extremely well. Now, I would say it can last quite a few months on interior surfaces, especially if the interior cabin is cleaned and prepared well and the application is also applied with a good technique. But on exterior trims, that time frame will be largely reduced. Another advantage of 303 is that it does resist dirt and dust clinging to it, making trims look cleaner for longer and being so much easier to clean or wipe down quickly. And lastly, it's just an absolute pleasure to apply with minimal effort, little chance of streaking, and if bought in a gallon quantity, it's also super cheap and cost effective. I know many of you younger guys may not remember a time when every car dressing on the market was shiny and greasy and didn't really protect but actually increased the potential for trims cracking and damage. 303 was just a pioneer in changing that status quo, and even decades later, this product is still a class leader that has truly stood the test of time. Number 3, Envy Car Care's Purify. What is it? According to the brand, it's an advanced clay lubricant that reduces friction while claying, but also chemically breaks down iron and other contaminants, providing a deeper decontamination process and helping to prevent clay marring. So, what are the cons? For one, Purify shouldn't be used with a traditional clay bar, as it can start to break that clay down. It is better suited to synthetic clay. Secondly, just like most iron and traffic film removers, it's best to avoid using it in direct sunlight or allowing it to entirely dry on the surface. And lastly, it does need a good thorough rinse and even a final IPA wipe to completely remove its residue, but that's fairly common with most cleaners in this category. So, onto the pros. Now, I could be wrong, but I do believe Envy Purify was the first iron and traffic film removal all-in-one clay lubricant on the market, but in any case, it's just such a time and cost-saving product that combines both chemical and mechanical decontamination processes in one step. Secondly, it goes without saying that it's extremely effective in removing not only environmental fallout, but also stubborn fused-on traffic grime, like tar deposits, lime scale, light surface rust, and even strips off existing car waxes and sealants so well. Thirdly, if bought in a 4-litre bulk, it works out to be extremely affordable for a chemical in this category. So I think its value is really exceptional, also considering that it can replace multiple cleaning chemicals. Fourthly, Purify has an extremely long active working time frame. What this means is that where most similar chemicals tend to fizzle out after a few minutes, Purify does take a little longer to get going, but also continues to work and dissolve contamination for up to 10 minutes and beyond in my experience, which is very unique and uncommon. Lastly, I use it not only on car paint, but also on plastics, rubbers, glass, and wheels, and it's always been very safe and effective on a wide variety of materials. In a nutshell, it's hard for me to think of another product that saves me more time and cost, is so effective, versatile, yet extremely safe, and is very unique in the realm of car paint and trim decontamination. Number 4, P21S Polishing Soap. What is it? The brand describes it as a product that can be used anywhere you'd use a metal polish, such as exhausts, metal wheels and bumpers, diamond plate, and so on, with an extremely quick working result on badly weathered metals. So, what are the cons? I think it's important to understand that this isn't so much a typical metal polish that you'd use to lightly clean and restore brilliance to metals, but rather a more aggressive metal cleaning abrasive soap to strip back and remove significant contamination. As such, it's not going to be the best choice for metals that don't require aggressive cleaning, and you may sometimes need to follow up with a finer metal polish after using P21S, to restore the metal's brilliance, as it can lightly haze, particularly on softer metals. So what are the pros? For one, there are few, if any, metal cleaners that can take something like an exhaust tip with years of baked on carbon deposits and rust and strip them off in little as a minute, leaving a beautifully clean and bare metal shiny finish. Secondly, there is no strong chemicals in this soap. Basically, it uses fine abrasives to deep clean, which makes it very safe and user-friendly. Thirdly, it has to be one of the most satisfying products to use, as it will take an extremely badly dulled and contaminated metal surface and restore it quickly before your very eyes without a ton of effort. Fourthly, a tub of this soap is very reasonably priced, and for most home users will probably last years and years. In my opinion, P21S polishing soap is a product every detailer or enthusiast should have. There's nothing quite like it on the market. It's so effective, cheap, easy to use, and I just hate to see it disappear. Number 5, CarPros SQL 2K 3.0. What is it? According to the brand, it's an innovative ceramic coating that creates a semi-permanent glass layer that will give a gloss level that is unmatched by conventional polymer or organic protectants. It resists harsh cleaning chemicals and environmental exposure, is extremely hydrophobic, durable, and helps ease the car maintenance process. So, what are the cons? Well, for one, although UK 3.0 is a very high-performing ceramic coating, there are other coatings on the market that can outperform it in certain areas such as slickness, hydrophobicity, scratch resistance, and even durability. UK is also a mid-price ranged coating, so there are certainly cheaper options available. So then, what are the pros? There's a very good reason that UK not only consistently gets 5-star reviews throughout the globe, but is also perhaps the best-selling ceramic coating in history, and that's because it really is the whole package. Now, you can certainly find other ceramic coatings that may outperform it in specific areas like I just mentioned, but you will not find, at least in my opinion, a ceramic coating that is as well balanced in every area as Seaquartz UK. That's really been the key to its success. It's just an all-round winner. So although it may not win every battle, it always wins the war. So how does it do that? Firstly is the user experience. It's just one of the easiest true ceramic coatings to apply, read, wipe down, and even avoid high spots with. But even more impressive is that it doesn't overly matter if you're an experienced detailer or a beginner when using Seaquartz UK, as it's practically fail-safe to apply. So wipe it down a little too early or even a little too late, maybe you're a little inconsistent or uncertain, it doesn't overly matter all that much. It still always works. The forgiveness level of this coating is just off the charts. Secondly, it's just a fantastic looking coating with a great darkening and saturation effect matched to a high reflective glass-like gloss. It adds noticeable slickness, is impressively hydrophobic, and CarPro's estimated 18-month durability claim is not only very fair and realistic, but actually honest, which is such a refreshing change to all the hyped up BS and overinflated claims that most other ceramic coating brands engage in. I think that's been another key to this coating's success. It doesn't lie or pretend to be something it's not, and I think most consumers greatly appreciate that. So let's wrap up this video. There's without a doubt so many more fantastic detailing products that could have very well made this list. And if you want to see an expanded list, I do have a 4-part video series of my favorite detailing products that does that very thing. I'd also love to hear what your top picks would have been. Now, you may have noticed that not one of these 5 products is even relatively new. In fact, they've all been around for many years, if not decades, because the test of time is such an important factor. We all love the anticipation of trying the newest and greatest detailing gear, but as someone who's been around this space for a hot minute or two, I can tell you that many of the newest and greatest detailing products being praised today will be nothing more than another average detailing product or even a distant memory tomorrow. Something that is truly great doesn't need a viral moment or shills propagating it, because although you can temporarily succeed in misleading others or even misleading yourself, not my truth or your truth, but the truth always comes out in the end. I think I'll leave it there, guys, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to say thanks and help support future content, you can do so by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/ccad, in which I'll leave a link to in the description box, or you can now hit the thanks button below. And thank you everyone for all the support so far. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video helpful. Please share it with others, take the time to give it a like and drop a comment to show your support for this content, and I'll see you guys soon.